Eileen Mackley, President of the Victorian Artists Society. We're now into stage 2 of the major renovations, but stage 1, could you tell us how that's been completed?
Stage 1 has been completed, and I must say that everybody's overawed. The members are absolutely delighted. It's giving them a wonderful new space for their art to hang. It's also encouraged extra bookings in the galleries, so we're very happy with that. We're now working on our stage 2, which is the ground floor, which is a more complex and complicated job.
This is complicated because we're actually going to put a lift for the first time in this historic building, which is been talked about for decades.
The lift has been on the agenda for many, many years. So this time we're determined to do it, and we're now getting our plans together. It's going to take time to sort of complete this little exercise, but it means removing the whole of the toilet block and redoing that as well.
Now this is complicated and it is structural, and so we have appointed an architect to get started.
Yes, we've appointed an architect. To date we haven't had an official architect, but because of the complications of this work and the requirements that we will have to have permits to do this work, and it's the only way we can go.
Upstairs we totally renewed the building. It was painted, new lights, new heating, etc. And now you're coming down the major staircase into the lower ground floor, where you've got a series of rooms to deal with, plus the studio out the back.
Yes, we have to consider the studio in this project because we have to support our artists and give them, comfortable conditions. That studio is so important to this organisation.
Just talking about that, this building was originally paid for and built by the artists just to do simple things such as provide a place to learn to paint and a place to exhibit. Do you think we're fulfilling their dreams?
Oh, we are. I think we're even doing more than that. We are actually encouraging a lot of visitors. You'd be surprised at how many people are just coming in here now. We've put out a new banner. They can see it from up the top of the hill there, and it's bringing people in here, and it's lovely because a lot of our own residents, Melburnians, they know the history, and it just reminds them of what this building's all been about.
Well, in the beginning, of course, we had people like Arthur Streeton, Tom Roberts, McCubbin, all of Australia's most famous artists that actually was the cradle of the beginning of Australian art in this building, and it still has that flavour to it. So we're not changing the building and its spirit, we're just upgrading.
We're upgrading, of course, with modern facilities, which they didn't have. But still, I think we've been very careful and bringing it right back to what it would have been. We're taking out the inappropriate storage areas, and we're going to relocate those in another position in the building, and that will enable us to open up areas where we can expand and have little conversation areas for members that want to come in and have a cup of coffee with their friends or whatever. So it's great. Hopefully it'll be a social community as well.
Eileen Mackley, once again, thank you very much for the update on the Victorian Artists Society.
Thank you, Ron.